Capricorn. Holy cow. All right, so here's the thing. I think you both want the chance to figure out what to do. This is someone that is wanting, because this feels like someone coming back to say they're sorry, or someone coming back for a second chance. Excuse me. Sometimes justice for me also means reconciliation, or a second chance to do the right thing, balance the scales, give it another go, that sort of thing. So both of you are hoping for a second chance for different reasons. You want to be more, if for the cancers that I'm reading for, this would be about you being more, keeping your own interests first. You would want a do-over in the sense that you would want to be able to prioritize yourself and to wait and see, and to be, non-committal about things. Like it would be your chance to offer very little and to see what this other person has to offer and what they're going to do with this situation, instead of you being assertive and making everything okay. And you're doing that, but the focus is on making you okay and you being assertive for what you want, right? The other person, or your person, they feel like this is a chance for them to also stay non-committal and to be assertive about things. But this is bigger than their interaction with you. They're trying to clean a bunch of stuff up in their own life. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know why you two entered each other's orbit again, but it's a chance for both of you to be more assertive about your wants and your needs. Whether that leads to a second chance, I don't know, but the thing is, that's going to depend on you, is what I mean. But the fact that you two are back in each other's, area, orbit, whatever you want to call it. So the thing is that this does have a chance to be, well, let's just say it's off to a great start. It seems like you both really are into, I don't want to say your own agendas, but it's almost like you're into each of you keeping your own issues under yourself. It's not a strong, we're not talking about reconciliation. Maybe it's like seeing how it goes situation by situation and just living in the moment. And okay, yeah, I'll meet you for this. Yeah, we can go here. Yeah, do that. But this is not a reconciliation of sorts. It's almost like you two have shown back up to work out your own issues, and both of you have the issues of being assertive about your needs. This other person is working through a lot of stuff in their own life. Not so much you. You are working through issues of putting yourself first in relationships and taking care of your own needs and being, so that it's kind of like you get a do-over. And the thing is, it's not going to be the same dynamic as before. It's going to be about you spending time together, but it's not about you two moving in together right away. It's not going back to what you had. It's about you two, yeah, cool, I'll see you later. Okay, yeah, but it's about almost like who can be the most detached or the most, and it's all about what you do together. Like, oh yeah, we'll go see a movie, but you're kind of each playing it close to the chest or the bed, whatever the saying is. You're not bending over backwards to do for the other person. You're wanting to share time, but you're also doing it to where it's not going to jeopardize either one of you getting back into old behavior patterns. Honestly, for the cancers that I'm reading for. And part of that could be you recognizing now that there's been, there's this second chance, which implies there's been time. It's about you realizing that, oh, you know what, this person's issues they might just be too big for me. And there might not be any room for me, nor should there be, for the magnitude of what they're trying to accomplish or deal with or see their way through, get in front of, champion, take care of, or take control of. So that could be another reason why things are kind of intermittent, and it's just kind of like doing a bunch of stuff together but not really connecting emotionally. It's very interesting, because then it's like, well, what's the point? Or is it you realizing, you know what, I don't want to go down that road. I want to re-imprint. I want to do this over and do it to where I'm in charge of my time and I don't just give everything away up front. I mean, okay. It's almost like you're wanting this to be the realization or the epiphany that sets you free. Like seeing how things are now. It's like, yep, I'm more than ever really into doing my own thing and being unto myself. Boy, was I under a spell back then, but now I see things clearly. I'm not the same before, and I don't see things the same before as I did before. So, honestly, if there is a reconciliation afoot, it's not right now, and it might just be a friendship. Because I think this person, as much as they might want to have a do-over with you, they've got much more going on elsewhere in their life that needs attention. So they can't really give a whole heck of a lot to you anyway. So that's why it works for both of you for everything to be situation specific right now. Because you're keeping the focus on yourself. You're not really, you really want to be able to not give yourself away anymore. And this is good practice, right? Honestly, that's what it feels like. It feels like you're like, okay, yeah, but it's going to be on my terms. And they're wanting the intermittent, situation-specific connections because there's a lot more going on in their life that they're trying to handle and take charge of. And you're one of them that they're trying to atone, resolve, do the right thing by, believe it or not. So here you are realizing probably that, you know what, this is just not what I thought it would be. I think I'm going to do an about face here and just kind of bow out. And I think this was the closure I needed. And I'm going to be moving on. Here you are right here, moving on, doing your own thing. And this is Cancer with a new beginning. I don't think that means a reconciliation or that you two worked your way back to each other. Does that mean that the feelings aren't there? No, the feelings are still there. But I don't think you want to get involved with how messy this person's life is. I think you want to leave them to it, and you just keep where you're at with all the ground that you've covered. You don't want to lose any ground, which is very wise. But the feelings are still there, but you decide, I'm going to bow out. I'm going to bow out, and I'm going to withdraw because I need to keep myself a priority. Need to keep doing me. So it could be that this person comes back in to say they're sorry or on their kind of apology tour. And I don't mean to diminish any kind of, steps that they're working through or whatnot, but you are a stop along the way. And although there is interest, there's still so much more they have to deal with that they can't afford to engage emotionally right now anyway. It looks like it ends up setting you free to focus or to keep the focus on yourself. Like this was just the right, the right thing to come along to really solidify you keeping the focus on yourself. And again, this doesn't feel like a creeper, so we're not talking about somebody that, is wanting like just an unhealthy thing. This is someone that recognizes their issues, and although they may want differently with you and from you, part of it's they're too fragile to take this on, and it would not do well for their well-being because there's just so much going on that they're trying to resolve and take care of and patch up and move beyond. There's a lot going on in their life. So even though there are still feelings there, they can't enact on them because it's just not a good idea. They know this. They've got other things on their plate. They might even have regrets that they reintroduced them or they opened this door because they're like, oh, damn it, I really want to, And it's like, no, I got to take care of this other stuff. And you're like, yeah, hey, no, you don't need to explain it to me. I'm good. I'm really good. Thank you so much. And because what they aren't going to know is that they actually set you free and just solidified your position on, bowing out from this situation, staying the course that you've already been on, and focusing on yourself. So there's still feelings there, but there's nothing to be done about it because they can't afford the emotional attachment. And you would do well to steer clear of that because they're not going to be able to give you what you need emotionally anyway. You've been there before. This is different though, because this is someone coming back to say they're sorry and to atone. But there's nothing stable offered here, even despite their feelings. I don't know how I feel anymore, and your beauty still moves me. So the attachment, attraction, all of that is still definitely there, but they're kind of going through it. Look at this. They're trying to get a handle on it, but they're going through it. They're having some karma kickback right now, and they're just all over the place emotionally. And they know it. So, kudos to them for being like, I can't do this. But I do want to buy you a coffee and tell you I'm sorry. I think you have pretty firm boundaries now, but I think an issue before would have been the projection. And that's where, when someone's pretty darn insecure and you've got to pay for their insecurities, basically, you have to be accountable for all these things they're accusing you of and that they can't handle about themselves. So you get to be the dumping ground. I don't think that's going to be, that might have been before, but this doesn't feel like this is part of this because your boundaries are pretty firm here. You're standing tall on the face of this and you're comporting yourself very, you're keeping yourself the focus. You're not getting weak in the knees and getting all willy-nilly and backtracking. You're still just seeing how it goes and you're being open, but you're offering very little and staying in charge. This is that big hunt energy right there. This is you being in charge. So yeah, I don't see if they start down this toxic, weird emotional road again, it's not going to get very far because you won't put up with it. Apple. Risk and reward. Nice. Okay, so for that, I think, again, that's you going, hey, you know what? Great, awesome, but I'm going to sit this one out because it's just not, you see the writing on the wall and it's just not a good fit. For all the progress that you've made, to throw it all away or to get all caught up again, no. Too risky, not enough reward. And can I just say that it must feel pretty darn gratifying to have someone come back and go, I'm sorry. You are one of many that I'm apologizing to, and or something along those lines. And for you to be able to just observe and stay in your threshold or center of power and to stay detached. Part of it too, though, is there's a lot of realizations that come from seeing them again and interacting with them again, realizing that how different you two are now. The future remains to be seen. Honestly, I mean, this person could really do a 180 and really work through a lot of stuff, and there still could be hope. But for right now, this isn't about that. This isn't about reunion or reconciliation. This is someone that's just stopping by on the way to convey a message, regardless of how they feel, because there's feelings there. But they can't do anything about it right now because they've got too much on their plate, and it would get in the way of what they're trying to resolve and accomplish and all that. Passion, anger, courage, all that. Yeah, I imagine that's going to get stirred up once you two kind of see each other again. But again, you remain in control. This is not you losing any ground just because this person re-entered your life. You could feel all these things, but you have a firm grasp on, nope, I'm going to keep things under wraps. That's for me to deal with. They don't need to know how I feel. So, doesn't have to be romantic. Because remember, that's there, but it doesn't go anywhere because both of you know better, essentially. But this could be them coming back to say sorry, and there's a connection. I mean, honestly, with I think I said that there could be a friendship. That this could turn into just being kind of an intermittent friendship, or just because even though the feelings are there, it's not going to go anywhere. So this could also be free-flowing emotions and being open to emotional rewards, gifts, emotional exchanges with someone. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be that, this person was really significant in my life. I appreciate that they came by and said they were sorry or whatever, but it is what it is right now. I know what they're going through. I've got to keep my side clean. I'm not going there until it's right. If it ever would be again, I don't know. But right now, the focus is on me. This also feels like how gratifying it is that this person came back to say what they said, because that doesn't happen a lot, and you two really kind of went through it. And so for this to come full circle, this is really gratifying, honestly. It's like you feel really good about the decisions you've made in your life, because at the end of the day, someone came back to tell you how important you were to them and that they're sorry, and that you're also able to see yourself in this situation, keep your boundaries. Something else that's very gratifying. Just saying. All right, 7 of Swords. Is that the 10? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. It's 9, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, it's 9. Okay, 7 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. Hello. Being very strategic about your self-worth and value, and also being very careful and strategic about guarding your space, your time, your independence. This is you taking care of yourself. This is not an emotional issue for you. This is about you standing in your power and being very strategic and careful and decisive about how you spend your time, who you spend your time with. This is knowing your self-worth and not leveraging that anymore and not sacrificing that. And this is you standing in your power. Holy cow. 7 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is you not messing around. You did good boundaries. Good boundaries. Self-worth, check. Self-esteem, check. This is you not compromising. Good for you. And not that you have to, but it's just, it's a very, it's like the doors become part of the wall. And perhaps this person senses that too, because they don't press, but they're kind of preoccupied with their own issues that they're trying to resolve and get ahead of and get a handle on. And regardless of how they feel, it's like maybe the energy or something, but they just know not to press any further, that it's not gonna, it's not the time nor the place right now. But the feelings are still there, and don't lie, even for both of you. But it's simply in a different context, because it's just not worth it for you, at least not right now, with what they're, nope. So it's not that you're ruling anything out, but you're not interested right now at all. Focus is on you, as it should be. All right. Yay, you, high five, because this is huge. Someone comes back in and all of a sudden it's like knee jerk. Nope. You don't even flinch. That's awesome. It's almost like you're set free. It's almost like you're set free. It's almost like you're set